Hey yo then guys, and welcome back to another video. Now I'm just going to say very quickly, sorry if you can see my cat literally there. I'm just going to leave her sleeping there, it really doesn't matter. Today we're going to be talking, or I'm going to be talking about my opinion on this whole Logan Paul shit. I'm just going to have this video and that'll be it. I'll stop talking about it. I made a video yesterday reacting to his welcome, sort of return video, and there's been quite a few people on Facebook, Twitter and YouTube that have had quite a bit to say. Now just before we get into this video, all I want to say is that if you have different opinions to me, then let me know in the comments. I would love to have a little conversation with you and just go through your opinions. If you're just here to hate on anyone that might seem to either stick up for Logan or not stick up for Logan, then please fuck off. Now the number one thing that I want to just address is that obviously the whole time that he was in Japan, he fucked everything basically. His videos were awful. Like, he was throwing Pokeballs at citizens of Japan and screaming and shouting in public. And then he did the whole thing with the suicide forest, which is the major issue. But people are looking past the whole... I saw in the comments of Logan's video about the suicide, and it basically said, I would forgive you, but I'm a Japanese citizen, and basically you wouldn't like it if someone came to your country, filmed what you filmed, and did what you did. In other words, he did the whole Pokemon thing, where he was throwing Pokeballs at police officers and shouting, I'm gonna catch them all, running around public screaming and shouting. It's not cool when you go to another country, okay? It's not me sticking up for him there by, I'm not sticking up for what he did in Japan because it was disgusting what he did. However, there are a couple of points which I'm just not understanding when certain people are talking about this whole topic on Logan Paul. We're going to go into them a little bit more because I did talk about them yesterday very briefly. If you want to go check that video out that I did yesterday, I was reacting to his new video. It was on about suicide and raising awareness for it. The link will be in the description if you want to go check that out before you watch the rest of this video. Another thing that I do want to stress is that obviously no matter what I'm going to say from now on, if he doesn't change, if he goes back to how he was acting when all of this took place, then there's no backing him up anymore, because it genuinely will be a he did it for his career type thing. I'm really hoping he didn't, just because I used to watch Logan's videos, and I actually used to enjoy them since the whole suicide forest thing. I'm not going to go into it, but since the whole thing that happened there, I've been a little bit off with it. Haven't watched anything. I mean, not that anything's gone up at all, but I haven't watched any previous vlogs. I haven't watched anything of him, and I haven't even been on his channel really. Now I'm just going to do a quick run through of yesterday's video for those of you that haven't seen it and don't really want to see it. Basically, he did a documentary type video where he went into New York City and he interviewed a guy. I genuinely cannot remember his name. I will put a picture up of the guy that he did interview though. He interviewed this guy, and basically when he was 17 he jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge just because of depression, and he just wanted to commit suicide basically. Now something I did point out in yesterday's video is that when this guy was telling Logan about all this stuff, it genuinely seemed like he was taking it all in, and by the look in his face he seemed sorry, and he's kind of learning about where he went wrong. Now obviously that could be all bullshit. He could just be doing this for his career, but either way, until you know whether he's doing it for his career or not, at least he's doing something to try and help. There's people going on his channel telling him to kill himself and do all this stuff, and I'm just going to say right now, if there's anyone that watches this video that thinks that's okay, please stop watching this video and fuck off. That's all I'm going to say, just because that is horrible. I just don't want people like that on my channel or around me, so if you are like that, then please just no. The first point for me is the fact that the guy had 4 video options that he could have made. Number 1 was to leave YouTube forever, and that was never ever going to happen. when you have 16 million subscribers, and the key point that people keep forgetting is that most of his fan base are kids. They don't understand that what he did was wrong. So he's never going away. It's not happening. In fact, when all of this went down, he gained 80,000 subscribers in one day. And he's still making over $1,000 a day. He's not going anywhere. He did one of the scummiest things that you can do, and he's got away with it. And in fact, he's progressed more than normal, more than normal, I'd say. The second option that he could have taken was to do a vlog and just not talk about it. Continue to just talk about his merch, go mental, and just carry on about his day. Now, to me, that would have been one of the worst options that he could have picked. Just not talking about it, people would just literally attack him. It would happen all over again because he just wouldn't talk about it. After a while, people would forget about it, but it wouldn't have gone down well. Third option was basically just to talk about himself, why he did it and what he did wrong. Now, this is the option that most people just think that he should have done. Whereas for me, I believe the option that he picked, which was to do a suicide prevention video, a documentary, and then just to raise awareness for it, put all the links in the description and all this good stuff, is, I just believe that's the better option. Because he even included a 6 to 7 second part where he said, "I've done wrong." That's all you need. You don't need the whole why he did it. Because there's two options as to why he did it. Either, number one, he didn't know how to react, or number two, it had got to the point where he'd pushed the bar so far that it literally, that's what it came down to. It was always going to be something like this that pushed the bar even further. When you're making that progression, and with Logan's mindset, I feel like it's how far can we push this? What's the next big vlog that I can bring out? So him sat down talking about why he did it and what he did wrong, that would have made no progress at all. It would have been him talking about himself, and that's it. Whereas in this video, he showed someone that had survived from it. He went to see some professional people talking about suicide and all that kind of stuff, and he got to learn a little bit more about it. And he also got to spread awareness to the 16 million subscriber fan base that he has. Now, I don't want to make this a very long video, but all I'm going to say is that he's had consequences for this. He's had Google completely get rid of any Google ads on his videos. His YouTube Red shows have been postponed, and they might have even been completely stopped. He has accepted those consequences, rightfully so, and he's trying to move on. Whether he's doing it for his career, or he's doing it because he wants to learn and spread awareness, we will soon find out from his future behaviour. If this happens again, then no one is going to be able to trust him, and all it will be is a bunch of 12-year-old kids that are sticking up for him. I just feel like you don't even need to forgive or forget. Just don't go on his channel. If you're that much of a shitty person, like I said at the start, that you have to go on his video just to tell him that he did something wrong, you just need to rethink your time. Like, who really has the time of day to every time he uploads just go to remind him? He probably doesn't even read your comment. He understands that he's done something wrong because so many people were slamming him on Twitter. Game of Thrones stars, etc, etc. So many flipping famous people were absolutely slamming him on Twitter, and rightfully so. I just think it's time to just cut back on the hatred and just to see whether he changes or not. At the end of the day, whether you hate him or not, he's progressing and you're wasting your time. That's all I want to say on the matter. If you agree with my opinion or not, let me know in the comments. Once again, don't hate on me. I will be removing comments. Not because I can't take hate, it's just because I don't want that kind of shit on my channel. I'm sorry that this had to be a little bit of a rant video, but I just wanted to get my opinion out on the whole matter. Just remember that you can ignore all the points that I've just made, but he is going nowhere. Logan Paul is going nowhere. In fact, all the drama that is being created by other YouTubers or just people in general just having a go at Logan, it's actually made him progress even further in his career. But anyway, as I did say, that's all from me. I'm not going to say anything else on the matter. I will be responding to comments, so if you want to let me know your opinions, I will be responding. But anyway then guys, that is going to be the end of the video. As I did say, sorry, it's going to be a bit of a rant, but I just wanted to get my opinion out, that was all. But anyway then guys, that is going to be the end of the video. If you did like this video, please do like, comment video ideas down below, subscribe, share this video around. I would love to get in a little community. Thank you for watching, And other than that, I will see you in the next video. Peace.